Hey y'all, it is Crystal Nicole, and I got something I want to talk about. So initially, I was like, okay, I'm in the house. I've been a little sick, so I took a few days off work to deal with my asthma flare up, which rarely happens. It happens once every year or two or three. So I'm pacing myself just to relax, just to rest and nurture me. Then I was like, you know what I should do? I should post some kind of content that shows everything I experienced in 2025, like all the good stuff. I'm gonna show the trips, the vacations, the family days, the stuff that I love. But I don't think it's realistic to only show that. So I decided to talk about it, and I want to talk about the good and the ugly because I went through some stuff in 2025. 2025 was a jerk to me. I feel like it was a jerk as much as it was a big blessing and enlightening and a huge lesson. It was a pain in the butt. And I'm going to tell my dirt. I'm going to tell it. Because people don't tell the bad stuff. You don't see what people go through. You just see results and you see the happy stuff. But every day ain't a happy day. It's not. Let's just be real. Every moment wasn't the best for me. So let's get into it. So y'all, starting at the beginning of 2025, I caught COVID leaving a cruise. After that, I had just spent so much money on traveling and Christmas that I was in re-up mode, right? So shortly after that, I noticed my hair was just thinning like crazy. My business was doing a lot better. I'm getting a lot of people reaching out for custom orders. I'm working extra hard, extra hours to re-up money I just blew. But I'm being pulled in this direction because people want certain colors, and I'm being pulled in this direction because people want to just talk and reach out. And people were just randomly messaging me on Instagram and asking like, hey girl, just want to talk, and Facebook. People just want to be a friend. And I'm like inclined to help, and I kind of have a soft spot for people who just want help. So I was just pulled in so many different directions that I realized that I had no time for me. And my hair was shedding like crazy. And I'm like, was it post-COVID, or is it stress, or is it deficiency? Which I believe it was a combination of all of it. So mind you, I'm selling hair, but my hair is coming out. So what I do, I stopped wearing it. When I stopped wearing it as much, most people didn't notice. I would just throw a wig on, hat, go shopping, come home. I walked around the house in my natural state most of all 2025. I think I did my hair once or twice. And I was working on it, creating different remedies, testing different things out. I realized I was just low on ferritin. So now I'm in a process of getting my iron levels back up. That happened. One of them Venezuelan people, the immigrants, they messed my car up on purpose. They messed it up on purpose. I was left work early and I heard God clearly told me, don't leave. I had 1 hour left. I had picked up a morning shift. I didn't have to stay the whole day, so I decided to leave. And I wasn't even tired. I just wanted to go pick up my daughter and take her out. So I called my daughter like, hey, I'm going to take you out. Get ready. I leave work. Go pick her up. On my way to taking her out to eat, we're at a red light, and one of the Venezuelan dudes just decides to go in reverse. And I couldn't even move because there was a car on the side of me, a car behind me. He reversed into my car and smashed in the front end of my car on purpose. And at that time, my insurance wasn't valid yet. I had just ended my insurance. And I told myself on Friday, I'm going to switch companies because the person I had was charging me too much. So I was riding a little dirty. He got out the car holding his head like I hurt him. But then he looked at my car, looked at his car, and realized there was no damage. Then he acted like he couldn't speak English. And then when I said, I don't have insurance, he said, okay, jumped in his car and drove off. So I have to pay to get that fixed myself. Yeah, that happened in 2025. My car got messed up and I wasn't properly insured when it happened. So I got to pay out of pocket for that. I just was on some cheap stuff. Like, I don't want to renew it with these people. I'm going to let it, when it expires, I didn't do it quick enough. I didn't do it fast enough. Then I got fired from my job in July. I got fired from my job in July 17th to be exact. And I didn't prepare for having a sudden stop of income. And I wasn't supposed to get terminated. They terminated me for using my sick time when they wasn't supposed to. So they had to immediately. I was only fired for about a week. And then I had to back pay me. But that 1 week without a job, and I had never not worked, and I have nobody else pulling for me to the degree where I'm like, okay, I'm going to be straight because somebody else could at least cover my car notice. My family will pull if they got it, but they all got their own stuff. However, I got the job back, but during that week, I went into this panic like, dang, I ain't trying to be a bum. I ain't trying to be nobody's burden. Even if I was to meet my husband and we kick some things off, I would feel horrible to need him that much because I don't want to be a burden. And I had credit cards and stuff that I blew out because I started a business not knowing what I was doing some years ago, and it hit me because I was using personal cards and personal credit, and I put myself in situations that I have to pull myself out of, and I hadn't pulled myself out of it yet. So when I got my job back, I'm like, okay, I have to jump on this. We didn't take a trip. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I got important things to do. I've knocked out 2 of my debts so far. Happy. One $2,000 debt. The other was like $1,200. I got those paid off since then. I'm working on 2 more right now because I just want to clear everything. And I don't feel like I should be going nowhere and enjoying myself and traveling until I get this stuff paid off. Therefore, I've been working extremely hard to pay off debt. No sweat though. At the same time, while all of this is happening, I'm still running a business that's pulling on me too much. And now I'm trying to get closer to God. Now I'm trying to work on my health. Now I'm trying to work on me. I worked 3 days, 12 hours. But it made $2 more than everybody else. So they was like, we're going to cancel this shift. We're going to put everybody at 10. Therefore, I lost 6 hours a week and $2 an hour. Or I can change my schedule to work 4 days a week and make the same amount of money that I was making in 3 days. So you want me to give you an extra day for the same pay? Absolutely not. So I took the 6-hour cut and the $2 an hour cut, which added up. And then I also cut some business stuff out because I can't be in this place serving my job and serving this business and spending time with my loved ones and my family because they're my priority, and fixing me, working on my health, working on exercise, getting in the gym like I want to. My schedule messed with it because I slept all day because I worked all night. Then when I got up, it was time to go back to work. Then I was picking up extra shifts and extra hours to pay off the debt because being terminated scared me a little bit because I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have nobody to say, I got you. Granted, I had a place to stay. I wouldn't have went homeless because my family, we pull for each other like that. But who's going to pay my phone bill? Who's going to cover that? Who's going to make sure I'm straight and they straight? Who's going to make sure I have what I need? And I like getting my lashes done. Who's going to pay for that? I'm by myself. Even though I'm not operating in the field, I was about to go back to doing hair. And I didn't want to. I just don't want to, not right now. But I got my job back. It was an enlightening experience. It showed me something about me. I wasn't preparing for my future like I should have. But I was never really taught to prepare. I was more so always taught to survive. And I know how to make stuff happen quick. I know how to figure stuff out when stuff go wrong. I'm quick at fixing problems as they come. Like I would have figured it out when it came down to me losing money in my job. I had Medicaid insurance. They canceled me because I made too much money. So I had to wait to open enrollment at my job to reapply for insurance. So I couldn't go get my blood levels checked like that. So I didn't know that it was a ferritin issue. I now have it. Now I can get everything done. So I'm updating all my medical stuff like ASAP. I was so excited. I was so excited to finally get it. I'm paying more out in medical and stuff, which is fine. Whatever. The people that was still cool with me, that I was keeping around, that wasn't quite right, that I knew they wasn't quite right, they all started getting mad at me. Lied on me. Called me out for I'm at work. Oh, it's favoritism. Why y'all let her do this? I was called a snake for helping. And then was like, you act like you was trying to help me, but you was trying to set me up. Set you up for what, boo? I'm too scared of God. I don't have no issue with you. I don't have no problem. Why would I try to set you up to fail? And I've been a friend to you that's been helping you all these years. Yes, there are people that reached out to me to be a friend and a help that got mad at me because I didn't do something they wanted me to do. And it was always, I didn't give them something they felt like I should have gave them. I didn't include them in on something they felt like they should have been included on, or I didn't get offended at something they felt like I should have got offended at because they were offended. Therefore, now I'm fake, I'm phony, and I'm a snake. No, I'm me. And I'm not going to be you because you want me to be you. I'm not going to be offended because you want me to be offended. I'm sitting here building myself up and working on me, and you want me to stop doing that because you didn't like something somebody said or did at work, on social media. None of that stuff matters. None of those people matter. It's silly. You want me to be silly. So now that I'm not really silly, you mad at me and I'm a snake. Because I'm not going to be silly because you told me to be silly with you. No. Oh, man. My bunny rabbit passed away, and I think it's my fault, too. I think I killed the bunny. I love that bunny, and it wasn't on purpose. I went and bought these pads because he stink. He pees so much in the summertime. And it gets hot and it stink. His cage stink a lot. And I'm like, let me buy these pet pads. They have Febreze inside of them. And I put the pads inside of his cage, and I really think whatever the chemical was on the pads caused toxic shock, and he had a seizure. He had a seizure and passed away, and that was really hard on me and my daughter. And I really miss Alfie. Alfie was the coolest bunny ever. So I feel bad about that. So I lost my bunny. My dog is now going blind. He's not like gonna make it much longer either. I stopped functioning in my business, not because I don't like it, because I didn't want to serve my customers from a cup that wasn't full. I didn't have enough to give them that much of me and include God and include changing my diet and health and exercising and working on why my hair is shedding. I had to pull back somewhere. And also I'm preparing myself for marriage. God has been teaching me this stuff in preparation. So to me, that stuff is more important. So I'm taking more care and better care of things. All of this is happening. I'm solid because I'm like, I know I didn't do nothing that would cause me to go through some stuff and to lose some things. So God is testing me. But God is also stripping me of some things that I don't need. And it's okay, because anything God allows for me to lose or for me not to have is because I don't need it. I understand this. And I'm spending more time in my word and more time in prayer. Now I'm praying every day. Every day. So my prayer life increased during this time. My relationship increased during all of this. My discernment has increased while all of this is happening. My patience has increased while all of this is happening. My understanding, I stopped tripping over spoiled milk, over what I couldn't control, but I started controlling what I could. Anything that I didn't like that's in my power to manage or to control it, that's what I focused on. So everything else was like, okay, it's cool, whatever, bye. You're not necessary. But what is necessary is my relationship with God, my family, how I manage myself during all of this. So I'm growing and I'm having increased visions, and my dream life is thriving. God been comforting me in my dreams, and I'm seeing my prayers come to pass, and I'm seeing a difference in myself. Like, it's just still good, and no one knew that I was experiencing so many hits back to back to back, because it wasn't showing. Because while I'm being hit, I'm also receiving from God. I'm also being elevated spiritually. So I'm a firm believer on strengthening what is left, and what is left is family. What is left is me, my relationship with God. I'm in a better place mentally, physically, emotionally. I have met people along this journey that's been great. I just did my first volunteer thing where I was able to help give away things, and my numbers are back up. My medical stuff is back. Oh my gosh, my car is insured, full coverage now. I got a good plan. I paid off some debt. I'm back on track with some stuff that I fell off with. I didn't travel this year so that I can do those things. And I'm wiser. I'm smarter. I'm more secure at me. I'm more stable in the things of God. God has elevated me spiritually. I'm more understanding of what He's been showing me. My gifts are sharper. And He's just been blessing me. And I didn't lose nothing that I needed. Nothing that I lost, or none of the things that I experienced, or none of the people that got mad at me for not being mad at other people, because that's how they are. You're not finna tell me who to be mad at, what I should be offended at, who I should be going places with, who I shouldn't talk to, because you got a personal issue with them. What I look like? A follower? Nah, not me, son. Not me. Mm-mm. Never that. And now I understand why God has been preparing me. And I understand why God took away some things, and how God moved some things, and how God allowed some things to happen that got my attention, that gave me a different perspective, that showed me, hey, you ain't prepared for this thing. Get yourself together. Get ready. You're overlooking this. And it took for some of that stuff to happen for me to realize that, girl, you slipping. Girl, you ain't preparing like you supposed to. So I've been working on preparing the place for all of those things and those blessings. And I didn't even know that that's what He was really doing until I opened up those old journals and started reading. And then started realizing that, hey, the stuff that I'm working on now prepares me for this. And I'm like, it was all a part of His plan. And to know that whatever happened good or bad, it's a part of his purpose or plan. It's good with me. As long as I know I ain't suffering from something I did, because I ain't reaping nothing I sown, because I ain't did nothing to nobody. And that's why people don't be liking me, because I don't be willing to do nothing to nobody just because you want to. That's why I ain't got a lot of friends. Because we ain't going to be friends the moment you want me to be mad at somebody you mad at. Friendship over. Because who you thought I was? A follower? Then they reach out to you. This is what they do. They reach out to you and be like, hey, girl, did you see that such and such said they don't like green apples? I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. They don't like green apples. But, girl, I like red apples. Okay. You don't see nothing wrong with them saying they don't like green apples? Because they shouldn't say stuff like that, because it ain't fair, because I like red apples. Okay. Don't see nothing wrong. I actually like green apples too, so I think they're better for you than the red ones. Oh. Then I guess y'all should just be together then, since both of y'all like green apples. You must want to be with them too. Y'all must be a perfect match. What? I just say I agree with them. I just say I'm not offended that they don't like red apples. I don't care if I was a whole red apple and they don't like red apples. That's their prerogative to like what they want. And I'm just throwing it out there because I'm not going to give the real context. But, you know, people do that. They'll get offended at something and then slide in your messages and then tell you that you saw that. You saw what they just said. Usually the people like that, it's only a matter of time before they get offended at you for you not agreeing or liking what they like to. So let's nip this in the bud right now. You finna be mad at me too, because I like green apples. And I don't see nothing wrong with somebody not liking red apples. If they don't like red apples, they don't like it. Just because you like it and you are a red apple and they don't want that, you can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at me for agreeing because you thought I was a red apple, but I'm really a green one. And I agree with them. Do that make sense? I might have a horrible analogy, but that be what be happening. And I'll be like, nah, I'm good on you. I don't need you. I don't need a friend that bad. I got family. You reached all the way out to me from wherever you live, in whatever state or province, just to message me, to be offended along with you because you offended, when I understand that the Bible speaks against offense, and it says the person that's offended is the one that's in trouble, not the one that offended the person. You the one in trouble. It's the one offended is the one that's cursed. Nah, I'm expecting some stuff. I've been working on some stuff. I've been working on me. I'm not finna let you come in and try to plant a seed in my heart that's gonna mess up my blessings, because I don't have that problem. I'm not offended. I'm not an easily offended person at all. I respect boundaries. I respect territory. I respect your wishes because I like mine respected. Because if I told you I didn't like something, I didn't want something, I want you to respect that. For you to come back and try to force it on me because you want me to want it and want me to like it, that's kind of witchcraft. That's kind of like you trying to make me do something I don't just to please you. That's selfish. I don't mess with selfish people. So the moment you want me to be something you want me to be, because that's what you are, and you want a partner in crime, I detach. I'm gonna tell you one time that I don't have a problem with it, and I'm not like that. And then when you come back 2, 3, 4, 5, and every time you reach out to me, it's about something somebody else did or said that you didn't like. And you don't even know these people for real. Something wrong with you, sis. Something's off with you. You are the problem, and I'm not a part of it, and I'm not finna be a part of the problem with you, because that messes up my heart posture. Because I don't want to. That ain't me. And people are entitled to like green apples if they like green apples. Therefore, 2025 taught me there's a lot of people that got a problem with people not liking green apples because they are a red apple. It's a lot of people that want you to be mad at them being a red apple because they think you're a red apple with them, but you actually like green apples too. You don't disagree. You ain't mad. Even if you a red apple and you like green apples, I ain't mad. Oh shoot, 2025 taught me that everything that was good to me and for me still remains. It's been consistent. It was constant. And all I need is what worked the whole year. The stuff that didn't work, I didn't need it. All I need is what helped me the whole year. And the stuff that didn't help, I didn't need it. All I needed was what helped sustain me and keep me in the right mindset and the right posture and have the right attitude and bring me some joy and some peace throughout this year, despite everything else I experienced. The things that helped, that were constant, that bear fruit, that produced something good in me, that helped sustain me this year, that kept me smiling, that kept me feeling hopeful, and that kept me feeling I'm still blessed. I still have this. I may have lost that. I may have had that taken. I may have took an L there, but what remains? And the Bible teaches to strengthen what remains. Anything that didn't go past 2025 for me just wasn't supposed to go. Anything that's helped me survive 2025 is what I needed to survive it. And God still gave me what I needed. And it was sustaining. And I'm a much better person having to have those losses and those experiences now than I was a year ago. And I know it and I see it. No one else has to. Not that I was bad or terrible before. I wasn't. But I'm a little more refined. God refined me in 2025. God showed me. He showed me what I hadn't worked on, what I'm still struggling with. He showed me my trust issues when it come down to people and how people always flip. I've had too many flip-floppers. So I've also limited access to me because people flip-flop. It wasn't all peaches and cream, but it was everything I needed. Every lesson I needed to learn, I learned it. And I'm happy about that. So, Happy New Year to all, to everybody. I hope you reap what you've sown in your 2026. I hope you get everything back out of everything you poured into. I hope and pray that you're equipped with understanding and wisdom and knowledge. I hope your cup runs over. I hope you grow near to God and you learn and understand your purpose in life and you work on fulfilling it. And that people pour into you as much as you've poured into other people. And more than anything, if you're going to upset somebody and make somebody mad, I would rather it be people other than God. So I hope you choose this day who you will serve. I hope you choose God's way, not your friend's way, not the ones that want you to be mad because they mad or offended because they're offended, or to go do what they're doing even though it's not good because they're doing it, they want you to do it, even though it benefits you none, even though it's not what God will have you to do. I hope you draw a line in the sand when it comes down to you, your peace, your purpose, your family, your relationships, your goals, your dreams, and don't allow anybody to come in and shipwreck that. I hope when someone come in with a stupid idea that you shoot it down in 2026. I hope when something takes too much of your time and you don't have time to seek God and pray, that you understand that something has to go and you put it down. I hope and pray that you're more intentional about where you're going and what you're doing, and more discerning about what's going on with you, in you, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And anything that comes against that and attack it, you understand that it has to go, even if you love it, even if it hurts. I hope that you follow God and not man, that you follow scripture and word and sound doctrine and not people and emotions and feelings, and that you let God avenge you, and you take your hand off the dagger and you give it to God and let him take care of those who attack you, because he has a way of doing it where your hands stay clean. I hope that you meet the people that are for you, the right ones, the ones that's gonna tell you you're wrong and help you up, the ones that are gonna inspire you to do more, do better, be better, and that's their joy is full. And that's it. That is all. Happy New Year, everybody. Good night. Goodbye.